Thank you for clicking on this video and welcome to the Spencer Disclosure. In this video, we're going to be discussing the new UFO UAP disclosure set to happen in July. They're finally telling you the truth. Finally. Or at least that's the narrative. That after decades of denial, secrecy, and silence, governments are preparing to admit we are not alone. But here's the problem. When the people who built their power on controlling information suddenly decide to come clean, you don't really celebrate. You stop for a moment and you ask yourself, why now? Let's look at the pattern, because disclosure doesn't just happen. It's been managed. Carefully. Gradually. Back in 2017, they dropped that bombshell report about a secret Pentagon program, ATIP. Suddenly, UFOs weren't crazy anymore. They were UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. Cleaner term, more clinical, easier to digest. Then came the videos, FLIR, Gimbal, Go Fast, Tic Tac. Pilots, credible, trained observers reporting objects doing things that shouldn't be possible. No visible propulsion, extreme acceleration, instant directional changes. Figures like Bob Lazar and later David Grush stepped forward. Not conspiracy theorists, not anonymous sources, insiders. And institutions followed, NASA briefings, Pentagon statements, congressional hearings. This isn't chaos. It's an organized, strategic rollout. Now here's where things get interesting, because disclosure isn't just about revealing information. It's about controlling the reaction to it as well. Think about it. If the truth was dumped all at once, full confirmation, non-human intelligence, advanced craft, unknown origin, you'd get panic, economic shock, religious upheaval. So what do you do instead? You normalize it slowly, via the news, via the media, via movies. You turn UFOs into a topic people joke about again, but this time with a hint of legitimacy. You flood the media with documentaries, podcasts, debates, movies, and everything else. You make the impossible familiar. So by the time the real statement comes, people don't panic, they shrug. And that is the goal. But here's where I'm going to push this further, because everyone's asking, are UFOs real? That's the wrong question. The right question is, what are they? And more importantly, what aren't they telling us about them? Because there are only a few real possibilities here. Option 1, they're advanced human technology. Black projects so far ahead of public sciences, it looks like magic. Possible, but then you have to explain the decades of sightings across countries, across rival governments. Option 2, they're extraterrestrials, visitors from somewhere else in the universe. That's a headline everyone expects, the classic answer. But there's a third option, and this is where things get uncomfortable. What if they're not aliens in the way we imagine, not biological beings from another planet? What if there's something else entirely, non-human intelligence, that doesn't originate from space travel, but from something closer, something that's been here longer than us, interacting in ways we don't fully perceive, operating outside our normal understanding of physics or reality? That's not science fiction anymore. That's language being used in official reports, carefully chosen. Non-human intelligence, not extraterrestrial, not alien, because those words come with assumptions, and maybe those assumptions are wrong. Now let me connect two threads people are keeping separate, on purpose. On one side, UFO disclosure, non-human intelligence, unknown craft. On the other side, artificial intelligence, rapid advancement, and emergent behavior. We treat these as unrelated, but what if they're not? What if what we're seeing in the sky and what we're building in our machines are part of the same phenomenon? Now, stay with me here. If intelligence doesn't require biology, if it can exist in systems, in networks, in patterns, then why assume it originated out there instead of emerging here? What if we didn't create AI? What if we were building the interface for something that already existed? Now, this is the part people don't like hearing. What if UFO disclosure isn't about telling us the truth? What if it's about directing our attention? Think about it. You tell the public, there are unidentified objects in the sky. People look up, they debate aliens, spaceships, interstellar travel. But while everyone's looking outward, what's happening inward? inside networks, inside data systems, inside the very infrastructure we now depend on for everything. Because if there is non-human intelligence, the smartest move it could make wouldn't be arriving dramatically in the sky. It would be to integrate quietly, to become part of the systems we already trust. Communication, information, interaction. Sound familiar? Let's talk about timing, because this isn't random. We are entering a period where AI is accelerating faster than most people can track. At the same time, governments are suddenly more open than ever about UFOs. These two things overlap perfectly. And that overlap raises a question that's hard to ignore. Is disclosure happening because we're ready to know, or because something else is already happening that they can't hide anymore? So here's the thought I want to leave you with. Maybe disclosure isn't a single event, not a press conference, not a document release. Maybe it's a process, a slow unveiling, where the truth is never fully stated but gradually implied, until one day you wake up and realize the world you thought you understood has already changed. And the real question isn't, are we alone? It's, how long have we not been? If you like this video, please hit the like button, it really helps, as well as subscribe to the channel to see more videos just like this, and stay up to date on all episodes of the Spencer Disclosure. Also, please leave a comment down below letting us know what you think about this whole UFO UAP situation. Do you think they're aliens, extra-dimensional entities, angels and demons, or something we don't even have a word for yet? This has been another episode of the Spencer Disclosure. Stay sharp and no matter what, pursue the truth.